final two bring us as we're off in Week 9. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go, back. Winnie!
So don't say nothing.
Slam! Watch everything!
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on second down. Wentz, he's got his big tight end, Fant. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Sunday!
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Colts will go on offense here, first and 10. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hamilton going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go, set, 30 base. 56. Topper! Go!
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. On second down, here's a run with Mack. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Back to throw. Hamilton. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a second and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Here's Campbell, and he takes it in for a Colts score. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
54 Mike.
Working from the gun. Wentz. And that is incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are going to get it at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. From the gun, Hamilton. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Throwing again. Hamilton. Catch made here by Campbell. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Fair. Nice.
Operating from the gun. Hamilton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Here we go. 60 or. Let's go, D. Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Hamilton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 42.
16 yards. First down, Indianapolis.
Ready up.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. We figured they'd come out with intensity and aggressiveness on the defensive side of the ball, and they have an early turnover to show for it.
They lived up to their reputation. That's who they are. They want to attack on every play, even though they're playing defense. And you're exactly right. Force the early turnover, and now they'll try to attack again and again throughout the game.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
Look at me. Go.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Let's get it. Set up 50, plant.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Colts on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Hamilton. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. And a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all. And let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Wentz. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An Incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got his tight end Fant. And out across midfield down to the 45. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
On first down, Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Here we go. 180!
Here we go. Watch the safety creep. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Check.
Wentz now to throw. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
I'm bringing it to you.
Switch it.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the Colts 29-yard line.
Here we go. Pac-Man. 280!
What we got?
457.
Throwing is Wentz. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Now Wentz. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Tight up. Look. Squeeze. Roll out. Hit it.
Looking to throw. Hamilton.
You ain't going nowhere.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Trey Flowers picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Campbell making the catch. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now this time, Wentz will throw. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And Anderson's got it. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
6 down. Check 6.
Let's go. Great.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This is caught at the 8. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Crunch time, defense. Jim. Hey, watch it.
One more time with Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Off play action. Hamilton. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Wentz going to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Throwing now is Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Off the play fake. Hamilton. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Back to the air on second down. Hamilton under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
70, Indy. Protein spill.
Switch.
Throwing on third and long. Hamilton. The open man is Smith. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make the play in the football.
On first down, it's Mack, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go now. 60 or.
Right here. Switch.
Big grip.
They'll go again here with Mack. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Operating from the gun. Hamilton, nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check safety.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
46-yard line.
Here we go. Waiting.
We want this.
Sunday.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 31-yard line.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Wentz now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first and 10. Here's Lindsey. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On second and 7, Wentz. James has got it, complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Done. 120.
Let's go, baby. Big turnover. Get that ball.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And his kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Check. Fresno. Kill.
Look at me. Zipper. Go.
A give running right is Mack. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
61, matchbox, white.
Under 10.
Yep.
36.
On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw on second down, Hamilton. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
Hey, echo. Go.
On third down, Hamilton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
On first and 10, Hamilton. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
And the Colts first down.
Let's go.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Hey. Now.
Back to throw. Hamilton toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Here's Marlon Mack. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 12 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead.
17.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way. Take some time.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10.
Kill.
Hey, Sam off. Slam.
Now Mack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Mike back two. Push him back. Push him back. Check three. Tighten up.
Hey, Alpha. Hit it.
Looking to throw on second down. Hamilton. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Colts on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is third down and 12. Looking to throw. Hamilton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now it's Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a second and long.
Mike. Here we go. 280.
Mike. Let him know.
357. Corky. 82. Corky.
To throw is Wentz. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point up and through. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Look at me. Door. Yes.
From the gun, Hamilton. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now wins. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off, and he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
218, chop it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Complete. Smith has it.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
They're running it.
Get.
They'll run on 1st down. Mack. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Go. 18 Gator.
Get him.
Big grip.
To throw on 2nd down. Hamilton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Colts on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Hamilton. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ready.
The A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, Hamilton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again, Hamilton. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 36. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a man open down the middle of the field and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Leo.
Back to throw. Hamilton. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Campbell. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Ready?
56. Squeeze, double.
Ready?
They'll run here with Mack. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Gain on the play leads to 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
You can choose a mic. Watch Mike.
Hey, watch that.
2nd and 6. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Check.
On 1st down, Lindsey. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, come on, no. Shift.
Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down.
Watch the boot.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
First down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Hey, exit. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Hamilton. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Pull it high.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Denver, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record, and they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.